I am Isabella Martinez, and 3 months ago at my sister's wedding, her corporate boss humiliated me in front of 200 guests by mocking what he called my pathetic dead-end job, serving tables at local restaurants. Yesterday, that same man discovered I own a hospitality empire worth $47 million and personally called to apologize while begging for business consulting services. If you are wondering how someone transitions from being publicly ridiculed as a failure to commanding respect from Fortune 500 executives, let me share the extraordinary journey that began with immigrant parents who taught me that true wealth comes from serving others with excellence. Before we jump back in, tell us where you're tuning in from, and if this story touches you, make sure you're subscribed, because tomorrow, I've saved something extra special for you. My journey toward building an unexpected hospitality empire began not with business school education or venture capital funding, but with the profound lessons my parents embedded in every aspect of our family's daily existence. Carmen and Roberto Martinez arrived in Denver, Colorado in 1987 with restaurant experience from Guadalajara, Mexico, and an unwavering belief that exceptional service could create opportunities in any economic environment. Carmen had managed the dining operations for a boutique hotel in Guadalajara that catered to discerning international travelers. Her approach to hospitality was rooted in anticipating guest needs before they were expressed, creating memorable experiences through attention to details that other establishments overlooked, and maintaining standards that exceeded expectations, even when resources were limited. Roberto brought complementary skills from his background in commercial kitchen operations, where he had learned to optimize efficiency, manage inventory with precision, and maintain consistent quality under pressure. Their first employment in Denver involved working at established restaurants, where they quickly distinguished themselves through work ethic and attention to detail that impressed both management and customers. Carmen's ability to remember regular customers' preferences, dietary restrictions, and personal details created loyalty that translated into increased business for her employers. Roberto's kitchen skills and reliability made him indispensable for maintaining food quality during peak service periods. Despite their professional competence, they recognized that employee positions would never provide the security and opportunity they sought for their growing family. They began developing plans to establish their own restaurant, carefully studying successful establishments throughout Denver, while analyzing what differentiated exceptional dining experiences from merely adequate ones. Their research revealed that most restaurants focused primarily on food quality or ambiance, while treating service as a secondary consideration. Carmen and Roberto identified this gap as their competitive advantage. They would create dining experiences where every interaction reinforced the value customers received, making guests feel genuinely appreciated rather than simply processed through efficient service systems. The financial challenges of starting a restaurant with limited capital required creative solutions and systematic sacrifice. They worked double shifts at their respective jobs while saving every possible dollar toward their restaurant fund. Carmen took additional catering jobs during weekends, building relationships with event planners and corporate clients who would later become essential to their success. Roberto accepted kitchen consulting assignments that provided both additional income and insights into different operational approaches. Their first restaurant, Casa Martinez, opened in 1995 in a modest location that other restaurateurs had dismissed as too small and poorly situated. The limited space forced them to maximize efficiency while creating an intimate atmosphere that made every guest feel like a valued friend rather than just another customer. Carmen's front-of-house management created an environment where guests lingered longer and returned more frequently than at comparable establishments. Roberto's kitchen operations produced consistently excellent food at reasonable prices while maintaining profit margins through careful cost control. The restaurant's success exceeded their expectations, generating positive word-of-mouth recommendations that created waiting lists for weekend reservations. Food critics noted the exceptional service quality, describing dining at Casa Martinez as feeling like being welcomed into a family celebration rather than simply purchasing a meal. Regular customers became advocates who brought friends and colleagues, creating sustained growth without expensive marketing campaigns. Growing up within the Casa Martinez environment provided me with practical education in hospitality operations that no business school curriculum could replicate. From age 8, I spent afternoons and weekends at the restaurant, initially helping with simple tasks like folding napkins and organizing supplies. These activities taught me to notice details that contributed to overall guest experience, while understanding how systematic preparation enabled smooth service operations. Carmen insisted that I observe and learn from every aspect of restaurant operations rather than simply completing assigned tasks. She explained how greeting guests with genuine warmth set the tone for their entire dining experience. She demonstrated how remembering personal details about regular customers created loyalty that translated into business sustainability. She showed me how anticipating needs before they were expressed distinguished exceptional service from merely competent assistance. Roberto's kitchen instruction complemented Carmen's front-of-house lessons by teaching me the operational discipline required for consistent excellence. He explained how ingredient quality directly affected final product outcomes, making cost savings through inferior materials ultimately counterproductive. He demonstrated how timing coordination between different preparation tasks enabled efficient service during peak periods. He showed me how maintaining cleanliness and organization prevented problems that could compromise food safety or service quality. These lessons extended beyond restaurant operations to encompass broader principles of professional excellence and personal integrity. My parents emphasized that any work worth doing deserved complete commitment and attention to detail. They taught me that serving others with excellence was not servitude, but rather an expression of personal dignity and professional pride. They demonstrated how treating every customer as deserving of respect created positive interactions that benefited everyone involved. The restaurant environment also exposed me to diverse perspectives from customers who represented different professions, cultures, and economic backgrounds. Observing how Carmen and Roberto adapted their service approach to meet varying guest preferences taught me that effective communication required understanding and respecting differences, rather than applying standardized interactions to everyone. Regular customers often shared stories about their professional challenges and successes, providing insights into various industries and career paths. These conversations helped me understand how business success required combining technical competence with interpersonal skills, strategic thinking with operational execution, and individual achievement with collaborative relationships. My academic performance reflected the systematic approach to learning and excellence that my parents modeled through their restaurant operations. Rather than viewing education as separate from practical experience, I understood that theoretical knowledge and real-world application reinforced each other to create deeper understanding and more effective problem-solving capabilities. High school courses in business, mathematics, and communications provided conceptual frameworks for understanding the operational principles I observed at Casa Martinez. Economics classes explained how supply and demand dynamics affected pricing, strategies, and customer behavior. Marketing courses revealed how brand building and customer relationship management contributed to business sustainability. Accounting classes clarified how financial management and cost control enabled profitability and growth. My interest in hospitality operations led to enrolling in advanced placement courses that would prepare me for university business programs. However, I also maintained active involvement in Casa Martinez operations, applying classroom learning to improve restaurant efficiency and customer satisfaction. This combination of theoretical education and practical application provided comprehensive understanding that proved valuable during subsequent business development. The Denver public school system offered limited opportunities for students interested in advanced hospitality management concepts, so I supplemented my education through relationships within the local restaurant and hotel industry. Casa Martinez's success had created connections with other business owners who were willing to share insights about operational challenges, marketing strategies, and expansion opportunities. These informal mentoring relationships exposed me to different approaches to hospitality management while reinforcing the importance of maintaining service excellence regardless of business scale or target market. Successful restaurateurs emphasized that sustainable growth required preserving the quality standards and customer relationships that created initial success, rather than compromising these elements to reduce costs or increase capacity. Hotel managers explained how hospitality principles applied to different service contexts, from luxury accommodations to budget-friendly options. Their insights revealed how understanding customer expectations and delivering consistent value created competitive advantages regardless of price point or market segment. These lessons would later prove essential when I began expanding beyond restaurant operations into other hospitality sectors. The University of Colorado's Leeds School of Business provided formal education in hospitality management while allowing me to maintain active involvement in Casa Martinez operations. The combination of academic coursework and practical experience created learning opportunities that enhanced both theoretical understanding and operational competence. Business courses covered essential topics including financial management, marketing strategy, operations management, and organizational behavior. However, the most valuable learning occurred when I could apply these concepts to real situations at Casa Martinez, testing theoretical approaches against practical results and refining strategies based on measurable outcomes. My senior capstone project involved developing an expansion strategy for Casa Martinez that would enable growth while preserving the service excellence and customer relationships that had created our initial success. The project required analyzing market opportunities, evaluating financing options, assessing operational requirements, and developing implementation timelines for sustainable expansion. The research process revealed significant opportunities in Denver's evolving hospitality market. The city's growing reputation as a destination for business conferences and leisure travel was creating demand for dining experiences that offered both quality food and exceptional service. Many establishments focused on either upscale ambiance with premium pricing or casual dining with limited service, creating a gap for restaurants that combined accessible pricing with elevated service standards. This market analysis became the foundation for a strategic plan that would guide Casa Martinez's expansion over the following decade. Rather than rapid growth that might compromise quality standards, the plan emphasized systematic development that would preserve our competitive advantages while reaching new customer segments and geographic markets. The capstone project received recognition as one of the outstanding senior projects in the business school, attracting attention from faculty members and industry professionals who served as project evaluators. More importantly, the research provided actionable insights that contributed to the successful implementation of our expansion strategy. Following graduation, I chose to work directly in Casa Martinez operations rather than accepting corporate positions with established hospitality companies. This decision reflected my commitment to understanding every aspect of restaurant management while contributing to our family business's continued success and strategic development. Working full-time in the restaurant provided comprehensive exposure to operational challenges that are often invisible to customers and theoretical to students. Managing staff scheduling, inventory control, vendor relationships, and customer service issues required combining analytical thinking with practical problem-solving skills. These experiences reinforced the importance of systematic approaches to business management, while highlighting the need for flexibility and adaptability in dynamic environments. The front-of-house management responsibilities taught me to anticipate and address customer needs while maintaining operational efficiency during peak service periods. Leading service staff required developing communication skills, training procedures, and performance management approaches that maintained high standards while supporting employee development and job satisfaction. Kitchen operations provided Complementary learning about food preparation, inventory management, cost control, and quality assurance. Understanding these behind-the-scenes processes was essential for making informed decisions about menu development, pricing strategies, and operational improvements that would enhance both customer satisfaction and business profitability. Financial. Management responsibilities included budgeting, cash flow analysis, profit and loss tracking, and tax preparation. These activities provided practical education in business finance that complemented my academic coursework while demonstrating how operational decisions affected financial outcomes and long-term sustainability. The combination of front-of-house, kitchen, and administrative experience created comprehensive understanding of restaurant operations that would prove invaluable when I began developing strategies for business expansion and diversification. Preparing and narrating this story took us a lot of time, so if you are enjoying it, subscribe to our channel. It means a lot to us. Now, back to the story. The foundation of Casa Martinez's continued success was our systematic approach to building and maintaining customer relationships that created loyalty extending far beyond simple transaction satisfaction. This approach required understanding that exceptional dining experiences resulted from coordinating multiple elements to exceed customer expectations consistently. Regular customers became advocates who brought friends, colleagues, and family members to the restaurant, creating organic growth that was more sustainable and cost-effective than traditional advertising campaigns. These referrals often came with personal endorsements that predisposed new customers to have positive expectations and greater tolerance for minor service imperfections. Corporate clients began requesting Casa Martinez catering services for business, meetings, employee appreciation events, and client entertainment occasions. These opportunities provided exposure to different aspects of hospitality service while creating additional revenue streams that utilized our existing capabilities and reputation for excellence. The catering business revealed opportunities for expansion into event planning and venue management services. Many corporate clients needed comprehensive event support that extended beyond food service to include coordination of venues, entertainment, decorations, and logistical management. These additional services provided higher profit margins while leveraging our reputation for reliability and attention to detail. Wedding and special event catering became a particularly lucrative segment that required developing new capabilities, while maintaining the service excellence standards that had established our reputation. These events demanded coordination of multiple vendors, precise timing, and flexibility to address unexpected challenges while ensuring that clients' most important celebrations exceeded their expectations. The success of our expanded service offerings created opportunities to establish relationships with other hospitality businesses, including hotels, conference centers, and event venues. These partnerships provided access to larger customer bases, while offering complementary services that enhanced the value proposition for all parties involved. The systematic expansion of Casa Martinez services required careful planning to maintain quality standards while reaching new customer segments and geographic markets. Rather than pursuing rapid growth that might compromise our competitive advantages, we implemented a strategic approach that preserved our reputation for excellence while creating sustainable business development. The first expansion involved opening a second Casa Martinez location in a different Denver neighborhood that had similar demographics, but lacked high-quality dining options. This location served as a testing ground for replicating our service model while adapting to different customer preferences and competitive environments. The new location's success validated our approach to expansion and provided insights into operational challenges associated with managing multiple sites simultaneously. Maintaining consistent service standards across different locations required developing training procedures, quality control systems, and management oversight that could preserve our brand reputation while allowing for local adaptation. Catering. Operations expanded to serve clients throughout the Denver metropolitan area, requiring investment in transportation equipment, portable service capabilities, and staff training for off-site event management. These investments provided access to larger events and higher-value contracts, while demonstrating our ability to maintain service excellence in diverse environments. The combination of restaurant and catering operations created comprehensive hospitality capabilities that positioned Casa Martinez as a full-service provider for clients seeking exceptional dining experiences. This positioning enabled us to compete effectively against larger companies while maintaining the personal attention and flexibility that distinguished our service approach. Strategic partnerships with complementary businesses including florists, photographers, musicians, and venue operators created referral networks that generated additional business while providing comprehensive service packages for clients planning special events. These partnerships demonstrated how collaboration could create mutual benefits while enhancing customer satisfaction. The expansion of Casa Martinez operations required sophisticated financial management to ensure sustainable growth while maintaining the cash flow necessary for operational excellence and customer service investments. This financial discipline became a cornerstone of our business strategy and a key factor in our long-term success. Revenue diversification through restaurant operations, catering services, and event planning created multiple income streams that provided stability during economic fluctuations and seasonal variations in demand. This diversification also enabled cross-promotion opportunities that increased customer lifetime value and reduced customer acquisition costs. Cost control remained a priority even as revenues increased, ensuring that growth translated into improved profitability rather than simply increased business volume. Careful monitoring of food costs, labor expenses, and operational overhead enabled pricing strategies that remained competitive while maintaining adequate profit margins for reinvestment and expansion. Cash flow management required balancing the timing of revenue collection with operational expenses and expansion investments. Restaurant operations provided relatively predictable daily revenue, while catering and event services generated larger, periodic payments that required careful coordination with expense obligations. Investment in equipment, facilities, and staff training was prioritized based on potential returns in terms of operational efficiency, service quality, and customer satisfaction. These investments were evaluated systematically to ensure that they contributed to long-term business sustainability rather than simply addressing immediate operational needs. The financial success of Casa Martinez operations provided capital for additional investments in related hospitality businesses and real estate properties that could enhance our service capabilities while creating additional revenue opportunities. These investments were evaluated based on their strategic fit with our core competencies and market positioning. The consistent excellence of Casa Martinez operations began attracting recognition from industry organizations, food critics, and business publications that validated our approach to hospitality service while creating additional marketing opportunities and credibility for future expansion efforts. Local restaurant associations recognized Casa Martinez with awards for service excellence, community involvement, and small business achievement. These awards provided third-party validation of our quality standards while creating networking opportunities with other successful hospitality businesses. Food critics from Denver newspapers and regional publications featured Casa Martinez in positive reviews that highlighted our service approach, food quality, and overall dining experience. These reviews generated additional customer traffic while reinforcing our reputation for excellence among potential clients and industry peers. Business publications included Casa Martinez in articles about successful small businesses, immigrant, entrepreneurship, and family business management. These features provided broader exposure while demonstrating how our approach to hospitality service could be applied in different contexts and market segments. Speaking opportunities at industry conferences and business associations enabled me to share insights about customer service excellence, business expansion strategies, and hospitality industry trends. These presentations enhanced my professional reputation while creating additional networking opportunities and potential partnership possibilities. Professional development through continuing education, industry certifications, and advanced training programs ensured that our management approaches remained current with industry best practices while incorporating new technologies and service innovations that could enhance customer experiences. The success of Casa Martinez operations created financial opportunities that extended far beyond restaurant revenues through strategic investments in real estate, related businesses, and hospitality. Industry partnerships that leveraged our reputation and expertise for maximum return potential. Commercial real estate investments focused on properties that could enhance our service capabilities while providing rental income from other hospitality businesses. These investments created vertical integration opportunities that reduced operational costs while generating additional revenue streams from tenant relationships. Partnerships with other successful restaurants and hospitality businesses created opportunities for shared marketing, joint ventures, and collaborative service offerings that benefited all parties while expanding our market presence and customer base. Investment in hospitality industry suppliers and service providers created additional income sources while ensuring reliable access to high-quality products and services that supported our operational excellence standards. These investments also provided insights into industry trends and emerging opportunities. The systematic reinvestment of business profits into expansion opportunities and strategic investments created compound growth that substantially exceeded the returns available through traditional investment vehicles. This approach built significant wealth while maintaining active involvement in business operations and strategic decision-making. By maintaining a modest personal lifestyle while reinvesting business profits strategically, I was able to build substantial financial assets that remained largely invisible to casual observers who assumed that restaurant work represented limited earning potential and professional advancement opportunities. The foundation was now established for the confrontation that would occur at my sister's wedding, where assumptions about service work and professional success would collide dramatically with the reality of what systematic excellence and strategic thinking had created over more than a decade of dedicated effort and intelligent business development. My sister Sophia chose a dramatically different professional trajectory that would ultimately create the conditions for our wedding day confrontation. Where I had embraced the hospitality industry and built upon our family's restaurant foundation, Sophia pursued corporate advancement through traditional business channels that prioritized credentials and hierarchy over practical achievement and entrepreneurial success. Sophia graduated from the University of Colorado with a degree in finance and immediately sought positions at established financial services firms in downtown Denver. Her career strategy emphasized climbing corporate ladders within large organizations that offered structured advancement paths, comprehensive benefits packages, and the social status that accompanies prestigious company affiliations. Her first position at Mountain West Financial provided entry-level experience in commercial lending operations. The work involved analyzing loan applications, preparing documentation for senior underwriters, and maintaining client communication throughout approval processes. Sophia approached these responsibilities with systematic attention to detail that earned recognition from supervisors while positioning her for advancement opportunities within the organization. The corporate environment provided social connections with ambitious professionals who shared similar career objectives and lifestyle aspirations. Sophia's colleagues pursued advancement through performance excellence, strategic networking, and careful navigation of office politics that determined promotion opportunities and project assignments within the firm's hierarchical structure. Sophia's professional development followed conventional patterns that emphasized accumulating credentials, building relationships with influential mentors, and demonstrating reliability in increasingly complex assignments. Her advancement strategy required balancing individual achievement with collaborative teamwork, while maintaining the professional image that corporate culture rewarded. After 3 years at Mountain West Financial, Sophia accepted a position at Pinnacle Investment Group, a prestigious wealth management firm that served high-net-worth clients throughout the Rocky Mountain region. This opportunity represented significant career advancement in terms of compensation, responsibility, and professional recognition within Denver's financial services community. Pinnacle Investment Group maintained strict standards for employee performance, client service, and professional presentation that aligned with Sophia's ambitions for career success. The firm's reputation attracted accomplished professionals who competed intensely for advancement opportunities while maintaining the collaborative relationships necessary for serving sophisticated clients effectively. Sophia's role as a senior financial analyst required developing investment recommendations for clients with complex financial situations and diverse portfolio objectives. The position demanded technical expertise, analytical thinking, and communication, skills that could translate sophisticated financial concepts into actionable strategies for clients seeking wealth preservation and growth. The professional environment at Pinnacle Investment Group emphasized achievement and status in ways that gradually influenced Sophia's perspective on career success and personal worth. Her colleagues measured professional accomplishment through titles, compensation levels, and association with prominent clients rather than the practical value creation and community service that had always characterized our family's approach to business. Working within Pinnacle Investment Group's corporate culture exposed Sophia to attitudes about professional hierarchy and social status that differed significantly from the values that had shaped our family's business philosophy. These influences gradually altered her perspective on meaningful work and professional achievement in ways that would create tension during family interactions. The firm's partners and senior managers emphasized the importance of maintaining professional image and social positioning that reflected positively on the company's reputation among wealthy clients and community leaders. This emphasis extended beyond work performance to include appropriate residential locations, vehicle choices, clothing brands, and social activities that demonstrated success and cultural sophistication. Sophia's colleagues frequently discussed their career advancement strategies, comparing compensation packages, networking opportunities, and professional recognition within Denver's business community. These conversations reinforced the importance of traditional success markers while diminishing the value of alternative approaches to career development and wealth building. Client interactions at Pinnacle Investment Group involved serving individuals and families whose wealth often derived from inheritance, corporate executive positions, or successful professional practices in law, medicine, and engineering. These clients represented social and economic status that Sophia began to view as aspirational targets for her own professional development. The contrast between Pinnacle Investment Group's corporate environment and Casa Martinez's restaurant operations became increasingly apparent during family gatherings where Sophia would describe her professional responsibilities and workplace culture. Her descriptions emphasized the prestige and sophistication of her position, while implicitly suggesting that restaurant work represented limited career potential and social advancement. Sophia's changing perspective on professional success became evident through subtle comments about the challenges and limitations of small business ownership, compared to the security and advancement opportunities available through corporate employment. These comments reflected her genuine belief that traditional career paths offered superior long-term prospects for financial success and professional recognition. The corporate culture's emphasis on credentials and formal education also influenced Sophia's assessment of different approaches to business development. She began expressing concern that my continued involvement in restaurant operations might limit my professional growth and financial potential compared to pursuing advanced degrees and corporate positions. These evolving attitudes created underlying tension during family interactions, particularly when discussing business achievements and future plans. Sophia's well-intentioned advice about pursuing more traditional career paths reflected her sincere belief that corporate advancement offered better opportunities than entrepreneurial ventures in the hospitality industry. While Sophia pursued advancement within corporate financial services, my continued development of Casa Martinez operations and strategic investments created professional recognition and financial success that remained largely invisible to family members who assumed restaurant work represented limited achievement potential and constrained earning capacity. The expansion of Casa Martinez catering services had attracted attention from Denver's most prestigious hotels and event venues, creating partnership opportunities that enhanced our reputation, while providing access to high-value clients seeking exceptional hospitality services for important occasions. These partnerships generated substantial revenue while establishing our credibility within the city's hospitality industry. Corporate clients increasingly requested comprehensive event planning services that utilized our expertise in food service, vendor coordination, and logistical management for large-scale business functions. These contracts often involved managing events for Fortune 500 companies, government agencies, and prominent nonprofit organizations that required flawless execution and absolute reliability. The success of these high-profile events led to additional opportunities, including consulting assignments for other hospitality businesses seeking to improve their service quality and operational efficiency. These consulting engagements provided substantial fees while demonstrating industry recognition of our expertise and innovative approaches to customer service excellence. Real estate investments had expanded beyond commercial properties directly, related to restaurant operations to include residential developments, office buildings, and retail centers throughout the Denver metropolitan area. These investments provided significant passive income while appreciating substantially due to the region's economic growth and population expansion. Strategic partnerships with other successful restaurateurs had created investment opportunities in multiple hospitality businesses, including fine dining establishments, casual dining chains, and specialized catering companies. These partnerships leveraged our operational expertise while diversifying revenue sources and expanding our influence within the industry. The financial success of these various business activities had created substantial wealth that exceeded the earning potential available through most corporate career paths. However, the nature of hospitality business operations and real estate investments created wealth that remained largely invisible to casual observers who associated restaurant work with limited financial achievement. Professional recognition. Within the hospitality industry included board positions with restaurant associations, speaking engagements at industry conferences, and consulting relationships with hospitality companies seeking expertise in service excellence and business development. These activities enhanced professional credibility while creating additional networking opportunities and revenue sources. The contrast between external perceptions of restaurant work and the actual financial and professional achievements created through strategic business development would become dramatically apparent during the wedding reception confrontation with Sophia's corporate supervisor. The growing divergence between Sophia's corporate career and my entrepreneurial business development created subtle but persistent tension in family relationships that reflected broader cultural attitudes about professional success and social status within American business culture. Carmen and Roberto maintained pride in both daughters' achievements, while recognizing that our different career paths represented alternative approaches to realizing the opportunities they had sought through their immigration to the United States. Their perspective emphasized the importance of hard work, integrity, and service to others regardless of the specific professional context or traditional status markers. However, they also understood the social pressures that influenced Sophia's perspective on career success and professional recognition. The corporate environment's emphasis on titles, credentials, and formal advancement structures provided validation and security that contrasted with the uncertainty and responsibility inherent in entrepreneurial business ownership. Family gatherings increasingly involved conversations where Sophia would describe her corporate responsibilities, client relationships, and advancement opportunities, while asking general questions about restaurant operations that demonstrated polite interest, but limited understanding of the business complexity and strategic thinking involved in our expansion efforts. My responses to these conversations typically focused on operational challenges, customer satisfaction achievements, and staff development initiatives rather than financial performance or strategic partnerships that might seem like boasting or competition with Sophia's professional accomplishments. This approach maintained family harmony while leaving Sophia unaware of the substantial business success occurring within the hospitality industry. The communication pattern that developed involved Sophia sharing detailed information about her corporate experiences while I provided general updates about restaurant activities without revealing the scope of business expansion or financial achievements. This pattern reflected our different personalities and communication preferences while maintaining supportive family relationships. Carmen and Roberto occasionally expressed curiosity about my business expansion activities and real estate investments, but these conversations typically occurred privately rather than during family gatherings, where Sophia might interpret detailed business discussions as attempts to overshadow her corporate achievements. The underlying tension remained manageable through mutual respect and genuine affection between sisters who had chosen different paths toward professional success. However, this tension would be dramatically exposed during the wedding reception, when Sophia's boss would make assumptions about restaurant work that revealed the gap between perception and reality regarding hospitality industry achievement. Sophia's engagement to Michael Thompson, a successful attorney at a prominent Denver law firm, created wedding planning activities that highlighted the social and professional circles she had entered through her corporate career advancement. The wedding preparations revealed cultural attitudes about professional status and career achievement that would influence the reception confrontation. Michael's family represented established professional success through multiple generations of attorneys, physicians, and business executives who had built wealth and social position through traditional career paths. Their social network included influential community leaders, successful entrepreneurs, and corporate executives who measured achievement through conventional success markers. The wedding planning process involved selecting venues, vendors, and service providers that reflected the social status and professional accomplishments of both families, while creating an elegant celebration that would impress guests from diverse professional backgrounds. These decisions required balancing budget considerations with expectations for sophistication and quality. Sophia's approach to wedding planning emphasized creating an event that would demonstrate her professional success and social advancement, while honoring family traditions and cultural heritage. The challenge involved integrating elements that reflected her corporate environment with the warmth and authenticity that characterized our family's approach to celebrations. Guest list. Development revealed the extent of Sophia's professional networking and social connections within Denver's business community. Her colleagues from Pinnacle Investment Group would attend alongside Michael's legal profession associates, creating a gathering that represented significant influence and achievement within the city's professional establishment. The selection of Grandview Manor as the wedding venue reflected Sophia's desire for elegance and prestige, while providing the sophisticated environment that her professional associates would expect for such an important celebration. The venue's reputation for exceptional service and elegant facilities aligned with the image Sophia wanted to project. Wedding vendor selection included photographers, musicians, florists, and transportation services that maintained reputations for serving Denver's most discerning clients. These choices reflected careful attention to quality and professional presentation, while ensuring that every aspect of the celebration would meet the high standards expected by influential guests. The wedding planning process also included discussions about family member roles in the ceremony and reception activities. My role as maid of honor involved supporting Sophia throughout the planning process while coordinating with vendors and managing logistics that would ensure smooth execution of all celebration elements. These planning activities provided opportunities for family members to contribute their expertise and support, while navigating the social dynamics that would influence guest interactions and celebration atmosphere. The combination of family warmth and professional sophistication would create the context for the dramatic confrontation at the reception. Sophia's integration into Denver's corporate financial services community had exposed her to social expectations and professional attitudes that differed significantly from the entrepreneurial and service-oriented values that had shaped our families, business philosophy, and personal relationships. Pinnacle Investment Group's corporate culture emphasized professional networking through exclusive social events, charity fundraisers, and business development activities that required maintaining appropriate social presentation, and cultural sophistication. These activities created connections with influential community leaders while reinforcing the importance of traditional success markers. Sophia's colleagues frequently discussed residential choices, vehicle purchases, vacation destinations, and lifestyle decisions that reflected their professional achievements and social aspirations. These conversations established implicit standards for demonstrating success, while creating pressure to maintain appearances that aligned with corporate expectations. The social environment within Sophia's professional circle included spouses and partners who typically pursued careers in law, medicine, corporate management, or other prestigious professions that provided substantial income and social recognition. These relationships reinforced assumptions about appropriate career paths and professional achievement levels. Professional networking events and social gatherings attended by Sophia and Michael typically involved discussions about business achievements, market trends, investment strategies, and economic developments that affected Denver's business community. These conversations demonstrated expertise and engagement with sophisticated financial concepts while establishing credibility within professional networks. The contrast between these professional social environments and the hospitality industry community, where I had built relationships and achieved recognition, created different perspectives on meaningful work and career success. Sophia's exposure to corporate culture gradually influenced her assumptions about relative professional achievement and earning potential. Wedding guest interactions would reflect these different professional communities and social expectations, creating opportunities for assumptions and misunderstandings about career achievement and financial success across different industries and business approaches. Sophia's genuine pride in her professional accomplishments and sincere desire to share her success with family members would be complicated by her supervisor's attitudes about service industry work and professional hierarchy that reflected broader cultural biases about career value and social status. Richard Blackstone, Sophia's direct supervisor at Pinnacle Investment Group, represented the corporate executive archetype that valued traditional career advancement and maintained assumptions about professional hierarchy that would create the central conflict during the wedding reception confrontation. Blackstone had built his career through systematic advancement within established financial services firms, progressing from entry-level analyst positions to senior management responsibilities. Through demonstrated technical competence and strategic networking within the industry, his career trajectory reflected conventional success patterns that emphasized credential accumulation and corporate political navigation. His leadership style at Pinnacle Investment Group emphasized performance standards, client service excellence, and professional presentation that aligned with the firm's reputation for serving sophisticated, wealthy clients. Blackstone maintained high expectations for staff performance, while providing guidance and advancement opportunities for employees who demonstrated commitment to corporate objectives. The professional relationship between Blackstone and Sophia reflected mutual respect for competence and achievement within the corporate environment. Sophia's analytical skills, client communication abilities, and professional reliability had earned recognition and advancement opportunities under Blackstone's supervision. Blackstone's perspective on career success and professional achievement reflected his extensive experience within corporate financial services, where advancement typically required formal education, industry certifications, and systematic progression. Through increasingly responsible positions within established organizations, his social circle included other corporate executives, successful entrepreneurs, and professional service providers who had achieved wealth and influence through traditional business channels. These relationships reinforced assumptions about appropriate career paths while creating limited exposure to alternative approaches to business success and wealth creation. Blackstone's attendance at Sophia's wedding represented his recognition of her professional value and personal achievement, while providing an opportunity for networking with other successful professionals in Denver's business community. His presence would enhance the event's prestige while demonstrating Sophia's professional connections and advancement. The wedding reception environment would create informal social interactions where Blackstone's assumptions about professional Hierarchy and industry status would be revealed through casual conversations about career achievements and business success across different professional contexts. His eventual confrontation with me would expose the gap between conventional assumptions about service industry limitations and the reality of what strategic business development and entrepreneurial excellence had created through systematic effort and innovative thinking within the hospitality sector. The weeks leading up to Sophia's wedding created family dynamics that reflected the underlying tension between different approaches to professional success, while maintaining the supportive relationships that had always characterized our family interactions despite varying career choices and lifestyle preferences. Carmen and Roberto approached the wedding celebration with pride in Sophia's achievement and happiness, while managing their own concerns about the social pressures and expectations that accompanied integration into Denver's corporate business community. Their perspective emphasized the importance of maintaining family values and authentic relationships, regardless of professional advancement or social status. Wedding preparation activities required coordination between family members with different professional schedules and lifestyle demands. Sophia's corporate responsibilities and social obligations created time constraints that sometimes conflicted with family event planning and vendor coordination meetings. My involvement in wedding planning activities occasionally created logistical challenges due to Casa Martinez's operational demands and catering commitments that required evening and weekend attention. However, the flexibility of business ownership enabled prioritizing family obligations while maintaining professional responsibilities. Conversations about wedding details sometimes revealed different perspectives on vendor selection, service quality expectations, and budget priorities that reflected our varying exposure to different professional environments and social expectations. These discussions remained respectful while highlighting the influence of professional culture on personal preferences. Sophia's excitement about introducing Michael's family and her professional colleagues to our family created anticipation mixed with concern about potential cultural differences and varying social expectations. Her desire to demonstrate family, warmth, and authenticity while meeting professional social standards required careful balance. The planning process also included discussions about appropriate attire, conversation topics, and social interactions that would create positive impressions while maintaining family comfort and authenticity during the celebration. These considerations reflected Sophia's understanding of the social dynamics that would influence guest interactions. Family members prepared for the wedding celebration with awareness that the event would bring together diverse professional communities and social circles that might have different assumptions about career achievement and business success across various industries and cultural backgrounds. The anticipation of potential social challenges and the desire to support Sophia's happiness created an underlying tension that would be dramatically resolved through the wedding reception confrontation that exposed assumptions about professional hierarchy and industry status, while revealing the reality of business achievement through entrepreneurial excellence. The morning of Sophia's wedding arrived with the crisp clarity that characterizes Denver's autumn weather, creating perfect conditions for the outdoor ceremony at Grandview Manor, while establishing an atmosphere of celebration that would later contrast dramatically with the tension of the evening reception confrontation. My responsibilities as maid of honor required early arrival at the venue to coordinate final preparations with vendors, oversee setup activities, and ensure that every detail met the exacting standards Sophia had established during months of meticulous planning. These duties demanded the same attention to detail and systematic coordination that had become second nature through years of managing complex catering events and restaurant operations. The vendor coordination process revealed the extensive network of service providers that Sophia had assembled for her wedding celebration. Each vendor represented excellence within their respective specialties, from the floral arrangements created by Denver's premier wedding florist to the photography services provided by an award-winning studio that documented celebrations for the city's most prominent families. Working with these vendors provided opportunities to demonstrate the professional competence and industry knowledge that had developed through years of hospitality business operations. My familiarity with event logistics, vendor management, and quality control standards enabled smooth coordination that impressed professional service providers who recognized expertise when they encountered it. The morning coordination activities also included managing family members and wedding party participants who required guidance about timing, positioning, and ceremony procedures. These responsibilities demanded diplomatic communication skills and organizational capabilities that ensured everyone understood their roles while maintaining the relaxed atmosphere appropriate for a family celebration. Carmen and Roberto arrived early to assist with preparations while managing their own excitement about Sophia's wedding and their pride in both daughters' achievements. Their presence provided emotional support while contributing practical assistance based on decades of experience managing special events through Casa Martinez operations. The morning preparations created opportunities for informal conversations with venue staff members who demonstrated the professional courtesy and service excellence that characterized Grandview Manor's reputation within Denver's hospitality industry. These interactions revealed mutual respect between hospitality professionals who recognized competence and dedication regardless of specific business contexts. Grandview Manor's event coordinator, Patricia Reynolds, managed the morning setup, activities with precision that reflected her extensive experience coordinating weddings for Denver's most discerning clients. Her professional approach and attention to detail aligned perfectly with the standards Sophia had established while demonstrating the expertise that justified the venue's premium pricing and exclusive reputation. The coordination between vendors, venue staff, and family members required systematic communication and flexible problem-solving that ensured all elements would integrate seamlessly for the ceremony and reception activities. This coordination process reinforced lessons about teamwork and quality management that had proven essential throughout my business development experience. The wedding ceremony proceeded with the elegance and emotional depth that reflected Sophia's vision, while showcasing the venue's capabilities and the vendor's professional expertise in creating memorable celebrations that exceeded client expectations and guest anticipations. Grandview Manor's ceremony site provided a stunning backdrop with panoramic views of the Rocky Mountains that created natural beauty requiring minimal enhancement through decorative elements. The venue's landscape architecture and facility design demonstrated sophisticated understanding of how physical environments could enhance emotional experiences during important life celebrations. The processional music performed by a string quartet composed of Colorado Symphony Orchestra members created an atmosphere of refined elegance that impressed guests while establishing the tone of sophistication that would characterize the entire celebration. The musical selection reflected Sophia's appreciation for classical tradition while incorporating contemporary elements that personalized the ceremony. Sophia's entrance in her custom-designed wedding gown created a moment of breathtaking beauty that demonstrated the successful integration of traditional bridal elegance with contemporary style sensibilities. The gown's designer had created a masterpiece that enhanced Sophia's natural beauty while reflecting her professional sophistication and personal taste preferences. The ceremony officiant, Pastor James Mitchell from Denver's historic First Presbyterian Church, conducted the service with dignity and warmth that honored both the religious significance of marriage and the personal commitment being celebrated by Sophia and Michael. His approach balanced traditional ceremonial elements with personalized content that reflected the couple's relationship and future aspirations. Guest reactions during the ceremony revealed the diverse professional and social backgrounds represented at the celebration. Business executives, legal professionals, financial services colleagues, and family friends demonstrated appreciation for the ceremony's beauty, while participating respectfully in religious traditions that might differ from their personal backgrounds. The photography and videography teams documented every aspect of the ceremony, with unobtrusive professionalism that captured emotional moments without interfering with the sacred nature of the service. Their expertise reflected years of experience, recording weddings for clients who demanded excellence while maintaining the dignity appropriate for religious ceremonies. Weather conditions remained perfect throughout the ceremony, with clear skies and comfortable temperatures that validated Sophia's decision to schedule an outdoor wedding despite the unpredictability of Colorado's autumn climate. The natural lighting enhanced the photography while creating an atmosphere of joy and celebration. The ceremony conclusion and recessional created opportunities for initial guest interactions as family members and friends began transitioning toward the reception venue, where cocktail service would precede the formal dinner and dancing activities planned for the evening celebration. The cocktail reception period provided the first substantial opportunity for interaction between Sophia's corporate colleagues and our family members, creating social dynamics that revealed different professional cultures and communication styles, while establishing the context for later confrontations about career achievement and business success. Grandview Manor's cocktail reception area featured elegant interior design with expansive windows that maintained connection to the mountain views while providing comfortable spaces for guest conversation and networking. The venue's layout encouraged mingling while offering intimate conversation areas for guests seeking more private interactions. Professional service staff provided cocktail service with attention to detail that reflected Grandview Manor's reputation for hospitality excellence. The bartenders demonstrated expertise in crafting sophisticated cocktails while maintaining efficiency that prevented guest waiting and ensured continuous service throughout the reception period. Appetizer selections featured both traditional wedding reception offerings and contemporary culinary innovations that demonstrated the catering team's creativity while accommodating diverse guest preferences and dietary requirements. The presentation and service quality met the high standards expected by sophisticated guests accustomed to exceptional dining experiences. Initial conversations between guest groups revealed the professional diversity represented at the celebration. Sophia's colleagues from Pinnacle Investment Group discussed market conditions, investment strategies, and business developments with the analytical precision that characterized their professional expertise while maintaining the social courtesy appropriate for wedding celebrations. Michael's legal profession associates contributed perspectives on regulatory developments, judicial appointments, and political implications affecting business operations throughout Colorado. Their conversations demonstrated intellectual sophistication, while revealing the influence and responsibility associated with successful legal practice in Denver's competitive professional environment. Family, friends, and extended relatives provided warmth and authenticity that balanced the professional networking occurring throughout the reception area. Their presence created opportunities for Sophia's corporate colleagues to experience the genuine hospitality and cultural richness that had shaped our family's approach to relationships and business operations. My interactions during the cocktail reception involved gracious conversation with guests from diverse backgrounds while carefully managing questions about my professional activities. Most guests assumed that my role in Sophia's wedding indicated similar career circumstances, without understanding the business achievement and industry recognition that remained largely invisible during social interactions. The contrast between assumptions about my professional status and the reality of business ownership and financial success created ironic tension that would soon be dramatically resolved through Richard Blackstone's condescending comments about service industry work and career advancement limitations. The cocktail reception environment facilitated professional networking among guests who represented significant influence within Denver's business community, creating conversations that revealed assumptions about career hierarchy and industry status while establishing the intellectual foundation for the evening's confrontational moment. Richard Blackstone demonstrated his networking expertise through systematic engagement with influential guests who could provide business development opportunities for Pinnacle Investment Group. His approach reflected sophisticated understanding of social dynamics while maintaining the professional courtesy that characterized successful relationship building in corporate environments. Conversations between financial services professionals and legal practitioners revealed shared perspectives on economic trends, regulatory developments, and business opportunities affecting their respective industries. These discussions demonstrated analytical competence while reinforcing professional relationships that supported mutual business advancement objectives. Corporate executives in attendance discussed strategic initiatives, market expansion plans, and competitive challenges affecting their organizations, while maintaining confidentiality appropriate for social settings, where sensitive business information required careful communication management. The networking activities also included discussions about charitable involvement, community leadership roles, and civic responsibility that demonstrated the social engagement expected of successful professionals in Denver's business community. These conversations revealed genuine commitment to community improvement while enhancing professional reputations and relationship networks. Guest interactions gradually revealed assumptions about professional achievement and career advancement that reflected conventional wisdom about different industries and business approaches. These assumptions would prove particularly significant when applied to my professional circumstances and hospitality industry involvement. Some guests expressed polite interest in learning about family members' professional activities while maintaining conversational focus on their own business achievements and industry expertise. These interactions created opportunities for misunderstanding about relative professional status and career advancement potential across different business sectors. The social dynamics during networking conversations established implicit hierarchies based on traditional success markers, including company affiliation, job titles, educational credentials, and industry prestige. These hierarchies would influence assumptions about my professional circumstances and career achievement level. Professional presentation and communication styles during networking activities reinforced cultural expectations about business sophistication while creating standards for evaluating competence and achievement across different professional contexts and industry backgrounds. Throughout the cocktail reception activities, my professional observations of Grandview Manor's operations revealed exceptional hospitality management that demonstrated industry expertise and quality standards worthy of detailed analysis from someone with extensive experience in premium service delivery and event coordination. The venue's staffing approach reflected sophisticated understanding of guest service requirements during complex events that demanded seamless coordination between multiple service teams while maintaining personalized attention for individual guest needs. The staff demonstrated training and experience that justified Grandview Manor's reputation as Denver's premier wedding and event facility. Service delivery systems integrated food service, beverage management, and guest assistance with timing, precision that ensured optimal guest experience while maximizing operational efficiency. The coordination between kitchen operations, serving staff, and event management demonstrated organizational competence that impressed someone familiar with the challenges of managing large-scale hospitality operations. Quality control standards were evident in every aspect of the reception service, from the presentation of appetizers to the cleanliness of service areas and the professional appearance of staff members. These standards reflected management commitment to excellence that created competitive advantage within Denver's hospitality market. The venue's physical facilities showcased design elements that enhanced guest comfort while supporting efficient service operations. The integration of aesthetic beauty with functional requirements demonstrated sophisticated understanding of how physical environments affect guest satisfaction and operational performance. Vendor coordination throughout the reception revealed Grandview Manor's ability to manage relationships with external service providers while maintaining quality control and timing coordination that ensured seamless integration of all event elements. This coordination required expertise that many venues struggled to achieve consistently. The pricing structure for venue rental and service provision reflected market positioning that attracted discerning clients while generating revenue sufficient to support the staffing levels and quality standards that justified premium pricing. Within Denver's competitive event venue market, professional recognition of these operational achievements created appreciation for Grandview Manor's management expertise while reinforcing my understanding of hospitality industry best practices and competitive differentiation strategies that enabled sustained business success. As the cocktail reception progressed toward the formal dinner service, casual conversations among guests gradually revealed assumptions and attitudes about professional achievement that would soon create dramatic confrontation when applied directly to my career circumstances and business accomplishments. Richard Blackstone's interactions with other guests demonstrated confidence and social competence that reflected his successful career advancement within Pinnacle Investment Group's competitive environment. His communication style emphasized analytical thinking and strategic insight while maintaining the diplomatic approach necessary for effective relationship building. Conversations initiated by Blackstone often included indirect questioning about other guests' professional backgrounds, company affiliations, and business achievements. These inquiries reflected genuine networking interest while revealing his systematic approach to evaluating social and professional connections for potential business development opportunities. Guest responses to Blackstone's professional inquiries provided insights into Denver's business community, while demonstrating the diverse career paths and achievement levels represented at Sophia's wedding celebration. These conversations established credibility and mutual respect among professionals who recognized competence across different industries and specializations. The topics discussed during these networking interactions included recent business developments, market opportunities, and industry challenges affecting various sectors of Denver's economy. These conversations demonstrated intellectual engagement, while creating opportunities for future business collaboration and relationship development. Blackstone's perspective on career advancement and professional achievement became evident through his comments about different industries, educational requirements, and advancement opportunities available through various career paths. His views reflected conventional wisdom about professional hierarchy, while revealing assumptions about industry status and earning potential. The contrast between Blackstone's assumptions about service industry limitations and the reality of hospitality business achievement would soon become dramatically apparent through his condescending comments about restaurant work and career advancement possibilities within what he perceived as lower-status employment sectors. Social dynamics during these conversations established the intellectual and cultural framework for the confrontation that would occur when Blackstone's assumptions about professional hierarchy collided with evidence of substantial business achievement through entrepreneurial excellence and strategic industry leadership. The transition from cocktail reception to formal dinner service provided opportunities for continued guest interaction while showcasing Grandview Manor's capabilities in managing complex dining events that required precise coordination between kitchen operations, service teams, and event management personnel. The dinner service setup demonstrated sophisticated understanding of guest flow management and table assignment strategies that facilitated conversation, while accommodating the diverse social and professional relationships represented among wedding guests. Table arrangements reflected careful consideration of guest preferences and networking opportunities. Menu selections featured contemporary American cuisine, with international influences that demonstrated culinary expertise, while accommodating dietary restrictions and cultural preferences among the diverse guest population. The food quality and presentation met the exceptional standards expected by sophisticated diners accustomed to premium dining experiences. Service execution during the formal dinner period maintained the excellence demonstrated throughout the earlier reception activities, while adapting to the increased coordination requirements associated with simultaneous service for nearly 200 guests. The timing and attention to detail impressed guests familiar with hospitality operations. Toast presentations during the dinner service provided formal recognition of Sophia and Michael's relationship while creating opportunities for family members and friends to share personal reflections about the couple's journey toward marriage. These presentations balanced emotional content with appropriate humor and celebration. My Maid of Honor toast emphasized Sophia's professional achievements and personal qualities while expressing gratitude for family support and friendship. The presentation acknowledged her corporate success while maintaining focus on personal character and relationship values that transcended professional accomplishments. Guest reactions to the toast presentations revealed appreciation for the balance between professional recognition and personal celebration that characterized the evening's formal activities. The responses demonstrated understanding of the importance of acknowledging achievement while maintaining focus on relationship values and family support. The dinner service period also included conversations at individual tables where guests continued networking activities while enjoying exceptional food and service that reinforced Grandview Manor's reputation for hospitality excellence and event management competence. As the dinner service concluded and guests prepared for the evening's dancing and continued celebration, the social dynamics that had developed throughout the reception created the positioning and context for the dramatic confrontation that would soon expose assumptions about professional hierarchy and career achievement. Richard Blackstone had established himself as a central figure in professional networking conversations through his confident communication style and demonstrated expertise in financial services. His interactions throughout the evening had reinforced his status as a successful corporate executive while revealing his assumptions about different industries and career advancement possibilities. My position as maid of honor had required diplomatic engagement with diverse guest groups while managing wedding coordination responsibilities that demanded organizational competence and professional communication skills. These activities had demonstrated capability while maintaining modesty about business achievements and industry recognition. The contrast between guest assumptions about my professional circumstances and the reality of hospitality business ownership would soon become dramatically apparent through Blackstone's condescending comments about service industry work and limited career advancement opportunities. Social positioning among guests had created informal hierarchies based on traditional success markers while establishing the cultural context for evaluating professional achievement and industry status. These hierarchies would influence reactions to the revelation of actual business accomplishment and financial success. The venue environment continued to showcase exceptional hospitality management that provided ongoing evidence of industry expertise and quality standards that commanded respect from discerning clients willing to pay premium prices for superior service delivery and event coordination. Family relationships and wedding celebration dynamics had created emotional investment in maintaining harmony while supporting Sophia's happiness during her most important life celebration. This context would amplify the impact of professional confrontation and subsequent revelation of business achievement. The stage was perfectly set for assumptions about professional hierarchy to collide dramatically with evidence of substantial entrepreneurial success, creating a confrontation that would expose cultural biases about industry value while demonstrating the gap between perception and reality in business achievement assessment. Following the conclusion of the formal dinner service, Grandview Manor's staff executed a seamless transition that transformed the dining area into an elegant ballroom environment designed for dancing and continued celebration. This logistical coordination demonstrated the venue's operational expertise while creating opportunities for enhanced guest interaction and the social dynamics that would precipitate the evening's dramatic confrontation. The transformation process required precise timing and systematic coordination between multiple service teams who repositioned furniture, adjusted lighting configurations, and prepared entertainment areas while maintaining the sophisticated atmosphere that characterized the entire celebration. The efficiency and professionalism demonstrated during this transition reinforced Grandview Manor's reputation for exceptional event management capabilities. Guest movement during the venue transformation created natural opportunities for conversation, groups to reform and expand, enabling interactions between individuals who had been seated at different tables during the dinner service. These regrouping activities facilitated continued networking, while creating the social proximity that would bring Richard Blackstone into direct conversation with family members and wedding party participants. The evening lighting design enhanced the ballroom atmosphere while creating intimate conversation areas where guests could engage in more personal discussions away from the central dancing and entertainment activities. These environmental elements contributed to the relaxed social atmosphere that would encourage the casual conversation leading to professional confrontation. Musical entertainment provided by a premier Denver wedding band created sophisticated background ambiance that encouraged both dancing and conversation while maintaining volume levels appropriate for diverse guest preferences. The musical selection balanced contemporary popular music with classical standards that appealed to the broad age range and cultural backgrounds represented among wedding guests. Bar service continued throughout the evening with expanded cocktail options and premium wine selections that complemented the celebratory atmosphere while potentially influencing guest inhibitions and communication patterns. The continued alcohol service would contribute to the candid expression of opinions and assumptions that characterized the confrontational interaction. Sophia and Michael's entrance into the ballroom for their first dance as a married couple created a focal point for guest attention while generating emotional energy that enhanced the celebratory atmosphere. Their dance performance demonstrated grace and preparation while providing entertainment that brought guests together in shared appreciation for the couple's happiness. The first dance conclusion transitioned into general dancing activities that encouraged guest participation while creating opportunities for continued social interaction and conversation. The combination of music, dancing, and celebratory atmosphere established the relaxed environment that would facilitate informal discussions about professional backgrounds and career achievements. The ballroom environment encouraged informal conversations that gradually shifted from wedding celebration topics toward professional networking discussions as guests sought to learn more about each other's business backgrounds and career achievements. These conversations established the intellectual framework for the assumptions and misunderstandings that would characterize the confrontational interaction. Richard Blackstone demonstrated his networking expertise through strategic engagement with influential guests who represented potential business development opportunities for Pinnacle Investment Group. His approach reflected sophisticated understanding of social dynamics while maintaining the professional courtesy that facilitated relationship building in corporate environments. Early conversations between Blackstone and other business professionals revealed shared perspectives on economic conditions, market opportunities, and industry challenges affecting Denver's business community. These discussions demonstrated analytical competence while reinforcing professional relationships that supported mutual advancement objectives within their respective fields. The networking activities included exchanges about educational backgrounds, career progression paths, and professional accomplishments that established credibility and mutual respect among guests who recognized competence across different industries and business specializations. These conversations created implicit hierarchies based on traditional success markers, including company affiliation, educational credentials, and industry prestige. Blackstone's communication style during these professional interactions emphasized his analytical expertise and strategic insight, while revealing assumptions about career advancement and professional achievement that reflected conventional wisdom about different industries and business approaches. His perspective prioritized traditional corporate advancement over entrepreneurial ventures and alternative career paths. Guest responses to professional inquiries provided insights into the diverse business backgrounds represented at the wedding celebration, while demonstrating varying approaches to career development and achievement measurement. These exchanges revealed different definitions of professional success, while establishing the cultural context for evaluating business accomplishment across multiple industries. The professional networking conversations gradually established social positioning among guests based on perceived industry status, company prestige, and traditional achievement markers. These positioning dynamics would significantly influence reactions to subsequent revelations about actual business accomplishment and financial success that contradicted initial assumptions about professional hierarchy. Blackstone's growing confidence in his professional assessment capabilities and social positioning among wedding guests created the intellectual framework for his subsequent condescending comments about service industry work and perceived career advancement limitations. His assumptions about professional hierarchy would soon collide dramatically with evidence of substantial entrepreneurial achievement. The confrontational sequence began through a seemingly innocent introduction, facilitated by Sophia's desire to ensure that her professional colleagues met important family members during the wedding celebration. This introduction created the direct interaction between Richard Blackstone and myself that would expose assumptions about professional hierarchy while revealing the gap between perception and reality regarding business achievement. Sophia approached Blackstone during a brief break in the dancing activities while he was engaged in conversation with other Pinnacle Investment Group colleagues near the ballroom's cocktail service area. Her enthusiasm about introducing family members to her professional associates reflected genuine pride in both her corporate achievement and family relationships. The introduction began with Sophia's warm description of my role as maid of honor, and older sister who had provided guidance and support throughout her educational and career development. Her presentation emphasized personal qualities and family relationships, while carefully avoiding detailed discussion of professional accomplishments that might seem inappropriate during social wedding interactions. Blackstone's initial response demonstrated professional courtesy appropriate for meeting a colleague's family member, while revealing his assumption that my professional circumstances would be comparable to other service industry workers he had encountered through client entertainment and corporate dining experiences. His polite but condescending tone reflected unconscious biases about industry hierarchy and career advancement possibilities. The conversation's opening moments included conventional social inquiries about family background, Denver residence, duration, and general professional activities that typically characterize initial meeting interactions at social events. These exchanges established communication patterns, while revealing underlying assumptions about relative professional status and achievement levels. My responses to Blackstone's initial questions focused on family pride in Sophia's accomplishments, while providing general information about involvement in Denver's hospitality industry. This approach maintained conversation focus on Sophia's celebration, while avoiding detailed business discussion that might seem inappropriate for wedding social interactions. Blackstone's follow-up questions revealed increasing interest in understanding my professional circumstances while demonstrating assumptions about service industry work that reflected common misconceptions about career advancement opportunities and financial achievement potential within hospitality business operations. The conversation's progression toward specific discussion of restaurant work and career prospects created the foundation for Blackstone's subsequent condescending comments about perceived industry limitations and professional advancement challenges that would trigger the dramatic confrontation. The conversation's pivotal moment arrived when Richard Blackstone's assumptions about professional hierarchy and industry status culminated in condescending comments that revealed his fundamental misunderstanding of hospitality business operations, while exposing cultural biases about service industry work and career advancement opportunities. Blackstone's tone shifted from polite social courtesy to patronizing advice delivery as he expressed concern about my professional circumstances and career development prospects. His comments reflected genuine belief that restaurant work represented limited achievement potential, while demonstrating ignorance about entrepreneurial success and business ownership opportunities within the hospitality industry. The specific language used in Blackstone's dismissive assessment included references to dead-end employment, limited advancement opportunities, and service industry constraints that revealed his assumption that restaurant work involved only entry-level positions with minimal earning potential and restricted professional development possibilities. His perspective reflected conventional corporate thinking about career hierarchy and industry status rankings. These comments were delivered with the patronizing tone typically reserved for providing career guidance to individuals perceived as lacking professional sophistication or business understanding. Blackstone's approach suggested genuine belief that his corporate experience and financial services expertise qualified him to assess career prospects across industries he did not understand. The confrontational impact of these comments was amplified by their delivery in the presence of other wedding guests who represented diverse professional backgrounds and achievement levels. The public nature of Blackstone's professional dismissal created embarrassment and humiliation that extended beyond personal insult to include implicit criticism of family business values and entrepreneurial approaches to career development. Blackstone's assumptions about my educational background and business competence became evident through suggestions about pursuing legitimate career opportunities that would provide real professional advancement beyond the limitations inherent in service industry employment. These recommendations revealed his fundamental misunderstanding of business ownership and entrepreneurial achievement within hospitality operations. The condescending advice included specific suggestions about corporate employment opportunities that would utilize education more effectively while providing appropriate professional recognition and advancement potential consistent with career ambitions. These recommendations demonstrated Blackstone's inability to conceive that hospitality industry involvement could represent conscious career choice rather than circumstantial employment necessity. Guest reactions to Blackstone's condescending comments revealed varying degrees of discomfort with his dismissive tone and professional assumptions. Some attendees appeared embarrassed by his lack of social sensitivity, while others seemed to share his assumptions about industry hierarchy and career achievement assessment criteria. The immediate aftermath of Richard Blackstone's condescending comments created visible tension among family members and nearby guests who witnessed the professional dismissal and recognized its inappropriate nature within the context of Sophia's wedding celebration. These reactions demonstrated the social and emotional impact of public humiliation while revealing different perspectives on professional achievement and industry respect. Carmen and Roberto's expressions reflected confusion and hurt at hearing their family business and professional legacy dismissed as inadequate career choice. Their reaction demonstrated the personal impact of cultural assumptions about industry status, while revealing the emotional weight carried by immigrant families whose success had been achieved through service industry excellence and entrepreneurial determination. Sophia's visible discomfort reflected her conflicted position between loyalty to family members and professional relationships with colleagues whose respect she had worked years to earn. Her situation demonstrated the complexity of navigating different social and professional environments that maintained conflicting values about career achievement and business success. Other family members present during the confrontational interaction displayed varying degrees of anger and defensive reaction to Blackstone's dismissive comments about restaurant work and hospitality industry involvement. Their responses reflected genuine pride in business achievements that had provided family, security, and community service over multiple decades. Wedding guests from diverse professional backgrounds demonstrated mixed reactions to the confrontational exchange, with some appearing uncomfortable with Blackstone's condescending tone, while others seemed to share his assumptions about professional hierarchy and industry status rankings. These varying responses revealed the cultural divisions about career value and achievement assessment that characterized Denver's business community. The tension created by Blackstone's comments began affecting the celebratory atmosphere as nearby guests became aware of the confrontational interaction and its impact on family members. The situation threatened to overshadow Sophia's wedding celebration, while creating social dynamics that demanded resolution to preserve the evening's intended purpose. My personal reaction to the professional dismissal involved managing anger and humiliation while maintaining composure appropriate for Sophia's wedding celebration. The challenge required balancing family dignity with social courtesy, while preparing for response strategies that would address Blackstone's assumptions without creating additional celebration disruption. The escalating tension created by the confrontational exchange established urgency for resolution that would either restore celebratory harmony or result in dramatic revelation of actual business circumstances that contradicted Blackstone's fundamental assumptions about professional achievement and industry success. The confrontational exchange between Richard Blackstone and myself occurred within observation range of multiple wedding guests whose diverse professional backgrounds and social perspectives would influence their interpretation of the interaction and subsequent developments. These witnesses represented varying viewpoints about professional achievement and industry status that would affect their reactions to eventual revelation of actual business circumstances. Pinnacle Investment Group colleagues present during the interaction demonstrated loyalty to Blackstone while sharing his assumptions about professional hierarchy and career advancement opportunities across different industries. Their perspective reflected corporate culture values that prioritized traditional advancement markers while potentially dismissing entrepreneurial achievement and alternative career approaches. Legal profession associates attending as Michaels. Guests observed the confrontational exchange with professional interest in social dynamics and conflict resolution approaches. Their analytical perspective provided different assessment criteria for evaluating the appropriateness of Blackstone's comments, while maintaining objectivity about underlying issues related to professional assumptions and cultural biases. Business. Executives from other industries present during the confrontation brought varying experience with hospitality services and entrepreneurial ventures that influenced their understanding of industry operations and achievement potential. Some executives demonstrated appreciation for service excellence, while others appeared to share Blackstone's assumptions about industry limitations and professional hierarchy. Venue staff members working in proximity to the confrontational interaction observed the exchange with professional interest while maintaining appropriate service discretion. Their perspective as hospitality industry professionals provided unique insight into the accuracy of Blackstone's assumptions while demonstrating respect for business ownership and entrepreneurial achievement within their field. Family friends. And extended relatives witnessing the confrontation displayed varying degrees of anger and defensive reaction to dismissive comments about restaurant work and family business legacy. Their emotional investment in family dignity created pressure for response that would address professional assumptions while preserving celebration harmony. Sophia's college friends and social acquaintances present during the interaction demonstrated mixed reactions based on their own professional experiences and cultural backgrounds. Their perspective reflected generational attitudes about career diversity and entrepreneurial achievement that differed from traditional corporate hierarchy assumptions. The witness dynamics created complex social pressure for resolution that would either validate Blackstone's assumptions about professional hierarchy or expose the gap between perception and reality regarding business achievement and industry success within hospitality operations. The aftermath of Richard Blackstone's condescending comments created increasing social isolation as nearby conversations shifted to accommodate the tension, while guests processed the implications of professional dismissal within the context of family celebration. This isolation amplified the humiliation while creating pressure for response that would address assumptions about career achievement and business success. The immediate social environment reflected guest discomfort with confrontational dynamics that threatened celebration harmony while revealing cultural divisions about professional respect and industry value assessment. These reactions demonstrated the broader social impact of individual assumptions about career hierarchy and achievement measurement criteria. Continued conversation among Pinnacle Investment Group colleagues reinforced Blackstone's assessment, while expanding discussion to include general observations about service industry limitations and career advancement challenges facing individuals without corporate employment or advanced professional credentials. These conversations amplified the dismissive perspective while creating additional pressure for resolution. Guest positioning within the ballroom gradually shifted to create physical distance from the confrontational area while maintaining conversation focus on professional achievement and career development topics. This repositioning reflected social management strategies while potentially isolating family members who were defending hospitality industry involvement and entrepreneurial business approaches. The mounting tension created by sustained dismissive comments and colleague reinforcement began affecting celebration atmosphere as other guests became aware of professional confrontation and its impact on family dynamics. The situation demanded resolution to preserve wedding harmony while addressing fundamental assumptions about business achievement and industry respect. My isolation within the social environment reflected both the immediate impact of professional dismissal and the broader challenge of explaining business achievement without appearing defensive or inappropriate during celebration activities. The situation required strategic response that would address assumptions while maintaining family dignity and celebration focus. Sophia's increasing distress about confrontational dynamics affecting her wedding celebration created additional pressure for resolution that would preserve family relationships while managing professional consequences within her corporate environment. Her position demonstrated the complexity of navigating conflicting social and professional loyalties during important personal celebrations. The escalating humiliation and social isolation established urgency for dramatic response that would either accept professional dismissal or reveal actual business circumstances that contradicted fundamental assumptions about hospitality industry, achievement, and entrepreneurial success potential. The accumulation of condescending comments, colleague reinforcement, and social isolation reached a critical threshold that demanded definitive response to preserve family dignity while addressing fundamental misconceptions about professional achievement and business success within hospitality industry operations. This breaking point created the foundation for dramatic revelation that would transform confrontational dynamics. The final triggering comment involved Blackstone's suggestion that family members should encourage Isabella to pursue legitimate career opportunities that would provide appropriate professional recognition instead of wasting potential in service industry employment. This recommendation demonstrated his fundamental misunderstanding of conscious career choice while revealing assumptions about family business value and entrepreneurial achievement. The suggestion was delivered with patronizing confidence that reflected Blackstone's belief in his assessment accuracy while demonstrating ignorance about business ownership, financial achievement, and industry leadership that contradicted his fundamental assumptions about professional hierarchy and career advancement possibilities. Guest reactions to the final condescending comment revealed varying degrees of discomfort with sustained professional dismissal while creating social pressure for resolution that would either validate or challenge assumptions about industry status and achievement potential. The audience dynamics established anticipation for response that would address confrontational implications. My decision to respond definitively rather than accepting continued humiliation reflected commitment to family dignity, business achievement recognition, and correction of fundamental misconceptions about hospitality industry potential and entrepreneurial success. The response decision required balancing celebration appropriateness with educational necessity about business reality. The preparation for revelation involved strategic consideration of response approach that would effectively communicate business achievement while maintaining social courtesy, appropriate for wedding celebration context. The challenge required presenting evidence that would contradict assumptions without appearing defensive or inappropriate during family festivities. The breaking point moment created opportunity for dramatic transformation of confrontational dynamics through evidence presentation that would expose the gap between perception and reality regarding business success and professional achievement within hospitality industry operations and entrepreneurial ventures. The stage was established for revelation that would fundamentally alter guest understanding of professional circumstances while demonstrating the consequences of assumptions about industry hierarchy and career achievement assessment based on conventional corporate thinking rather than actual business performance and financial success. The accumulation of condescending remarks and professional dismissal reached a threshold that demanded immediate action to preserve family dignity while addressing fundamental misconceptions about hospitality industry achievement and entrepreneurial success. The decision to respond definitively rather than accept continued humiliation represented a strategic choice that would transform confrontational dynamics through evidence presentation. The response preparation required careful consideration of approach methodology that would effectively communicate business reality while maintaining appropriate social courtesy within the wedding celebration context. The challenge involved presenting evidence that would contradict assumptions without appearing defensive or creating additional disruption to Sophia's special occasion. The strategic decision emerged from understanding that silence would validate Richard Blackstone's dismissive assessment while perpetuating harmful stereotypes about service industry limitations and professional advancement opportunities. The educational necessity of correcting these misconceptions outweighed concerns about social appropriateness during family celebrations. The response framework needed to address multiple audiences simultaneously, including Blackstone himself, his Pinnacle Investment Group colleagues, diverse wedding guests with varying professional backgrounds, and family members who deserved recognition for their business achievements and entrepreneurial success over multiple decades of dedicated effort. The timing considerations involved selecting an optimal moment when guest attention could be focused appropriately while maintaining celebration atmosphere and family harmony. The response needed to be sufficiently dramatic to command attention, while remaining respectful of the wedding context and Sophia's happiness on her most important day. The preparation also included mental organization of evidence that would demonstrate business achievement comprehensively while avoiding excessive detail that might seem inappropriate for social interaction. The goal involved providing sufficient information to establish credibility while maintaining focus on correcting fundamental assumptions about professional hierarchy and industry success. The strategic approach required balancing multiple objectives, including education about hospitality industry potential, demonstration of entrepreneurial achievement, correction of cultural biases about service work, and preservation of family dignity within a social environment that had become increasingly hostile to business reality and professional accomplishment. The decision to proceed with definitive response reflected commitment to truth, family honor, and educational responsibility that extended beyond personal vindication to include broader correction of harmful assumptions about career value and achievement assessment within diverse professional contexts and entrepreneurial ventures. The response began with measured tone that demonstrated professional competence while maintaining social courtesy, appropriate for wedding celebration interaction. The approach emphasized factual information delivery rather than emotional reaction to personal insults, establishing credibility through systematic evidence presentation that would progressively reveal the scope of business achievement and industry recognition. The initial statement addressed Blackstone's fundamental misunderstanding of hospitality industry operations while introducing concepts that challenged his assumptions about business ownership, financial success, and professional advancement opportunities within entrepreneurial ventures. The tone remained respectful, while clearly indicating that his assessment required substantial correction. The evidence introduction commenced with basic information about Casa Martinez operations that established the foundation for understanding business development beyond simple restaurant employment. This information included operational scope, customer base diversity, revenue generation capabilities, and strategic expansion that demonstrated systematic business growth rather than limited service industry involvement. The presentation continued with details about catering operations that revealed business diversification and market expansion beyond traditional restaurant services. These operations included corporate clients, special event management, and comprehensive hospitality services that generated substantial revenue while establishing industry reputation for excellence and reliability. The business portfolio description expanded to include strategic partnerships with other hospitality establishments, vendor relationships that created additional revenue streams, and professional consulting services that demonstrated industry recognition of expertise and innovative approaches to customer service excellence and operational efficiency. The real estate investment component introduced evidence of substantial financial achievement through property acquisition, development projects, and passive income generation that exceeded typical corporate salary expectations. These investments demonstrated strategic thinking and capital accumulation that contradicted assumptions about service industry earning limitations. The hospitality empire scope gradually emerged through systematic evidence presentation that revealed coordinated business operations spanning multiple industry segments while maintaining common principles of service excellence, customer satisfaction, and strategic growth management that created comprehensive competitive advantages within Denver's business environment. The evidence delivery maintained professional tone while progressively challenging fundamental assumptions about industry hierarchy, career advancement potential, and financial achievement possibilities through entrepreneurial ventures that utilized practical expertise, strategic thinking, and systematic business development approaches. The systematic presentation of business evidence created immediate transformation in guest reactions and social dynamics as the scope of entrepreneurial achievement became apparent to wedding attendees who had witnessed the condescending dismissal. and professional humiliation. These reactions demonstrated the impact of evidence-based correction of fundamental assumptions about career hierarchy and industry success. Initial guest responses reflected surprise and confusion as the business information contradicted their expectations about restaurant work and service industry involvement. The cognitive dissonance created by evidence presentation required mental adjustment of professional assessment criteria, while questioning assumptions about achievement measurement and industry status rankings. Pinnacle Investment Group colleagues demonstrated particular discomfort as their shared assumptions about professional hierarchy were systematically challenged through evidence of substantial business achievement that exceeded their corporate advancement and financial success. Their reactions revealed the limitations of conventional thinking about career development and wealth accumulation opportunities. Legal profession associates displayed analytical interest in business structure and achievement measurement, while reassessing their initial assumptions about professional competence and industry expertise. Their perspective provided objective evaluation of evidence credibility, while demonstrating appreciation for entrepreneurial success and strategic business development. Business executives from diverse industries showed varying degrees of recognition and respect as the hospitality empire scope became apparent through evidence presentation. Some executives demonstrated familiarity with hospitality business operations, while others expressed surprise at the financial achievement potential within industries they had previously underestimated. Family members exhibited visible pride and satisfaction as business accomplishments received appropriate recognition after years of operating with minimal external acknowledgement of achievement scope and financial success. Their reactions demonstrated emotional validation of entrepreneurial choices and strategic business development that had created substantial wealth and professional recognition. Sophia's expression reflected complex emotions, including pride in family achievement, embarrassment about colleague assumptions, and concern about professional relationships within her corporate environment. Her reaction demonstrated the challenges of navigating different social and professional contexts that maintained conflicting values about career success and business achievement. The transformation in social dynamics created new conversation patterns as guests processed evidence while reassessing their understanding of hospitality industry potential and entrepreneurial achievement possibilities within service-oriented business operations and strategic investment activities. Richard Blackstone's response to the systematic evidence presentation revealed increasing discomfort and defensive behavior, as his fundamental assumptions about professional hierarchy and industry status were progressively challenged through documentation of substantial business achievement and financial success that contradicted his assessment framework. The initial reaction involved skeptical questioning about business scope and achievement credibility, as Blackstone struggled to reconcile evidence with his preconceived notions about service industry limitations and career advancement possibilities. His questions revealed reluctance to accept information that challenged fundamental beliefs about professional competence and entrepreneurial potential. The defensive posture became more apparent as evidence presentation continued with specific details about revenue generation, client relationships, and industry recognition that demonstrated business achievement exceeding his corporate advancement and financial success. His discomfort reflected the psychological challenge of accepting evidence that contradicted established worldview and assessment criteria. Blackstone's communication style shifted from condescending confidence to uncertain questioning as the business evidence accumulated beyond his ability to dismiss or minimize. The transformation revealed his unfamiliarity with entrepreneurial success patterns while exposing limitations in his understanding of diverse business models and achievement pathways. The colleague support that had previously reinforced his dismissive assessment began diminishing as other Pinnacle Investment Group attendees recognized the credibility of evidence presentation and reassessed their own assumptions about professional hierarchy and industry status rankings. This isolation increased Blackstone's discomfort while reducing his confidence in assessment accuracy. The defensive reactions included attempts to minimize business achievement significance through comparisons with corporate advancement and traditional success markers that reflected his continued commitment to conventional thinking about career development and professional recognition, despite contradictory evidence about entrepreneurial success and financial achievement. The psychological impact of public correction became evident through Blackstone's body language and communication patterns that demonstrated stress and embarrassment about assessment errors while struggling to maintain professional dignity within a social environment where his expertise and judgment had been systematically challenged. The defensive behavior also included subtle attempts to redirect conversation focus away from hospitality, business achievement toward traditional corporate topics, where his expertise and confidence remained intact despite the demonstrated limitations. In his understanding of diverse business models and entrepreneurial success patterns, the dramatic transformation of confrontational dynamics reached its climax through an unexpected intervention that provided external validation of business achievement while demonstrating industry recognition and professional respect that contradicted assumptions about service industry status and career advancement limitations within hospitality operations. Patricia Reynolds, Grandview Manor's executive director and venue owner, approached the conversation group during the height of evidence presentation activities. Her timing appeared coincidental, but created perfect opportunity for industry validation of business achievement and professional recognition that would definitively resolve assumptions about hospitality industry success and entrepreneurial accomplishment. Reynolds's recognition of my presence at the wedding celebration reflected her knowledge of hospitality industry leadership and business achievement within Denver's competitive market environment. Her approach demonstrated respect and professional courtesy that contradicted assumptions about service industry status while revealing industry relationships and mutual recognition among successful business owners. The interaction began with Reynolds expressing appreciation for attending the wedding celebration while acknowledging business reputation and industry contributions that had enhanced Denver's hospitality market through innovation, service excellence, and strategic business development. Her comments provided external validation of achievement while demonstrating industry respect and professional recognition. The conversation continued with Reynolds discussing business collaboration opportunities and industry initiatives that revealed the scope of professional relationships and market influence within Denver's hospitality community. These discussions demonstrated leadership roles and strategic thinking that extended beyond individual business operations to include industry development and market advancement. The professional recognition extended to acknowledgement of consulting services, industry-speaking engagements, and strategic advisory roles that demonstrated expertise and thought leadership within hospitality operations and business development. These activities provided evidence of professional respect and industry validation that contradicted fundamental assumptions about service industry limitations. Reynolds's interaction style demonstrated genuine professional respect and colleague recognition that reflected industry understanding of business achievement and entrepreneurial success within hospitality operations. Her approach provided stark contrast to Blackstone's dismissive assessment while establishing credibility through external validation and peer recognition. The venue owner's presence and professional acknowledgement created undeniable evidence of industry status and business achievement that resolved confrontational dynamics while providing educational opportunity about hospitality industry potential and entrepreneurial success possibilities within service-oriented business operations. The pinnacle moment of professional recognition arrived through Patricia Reynolds's unexpected gesture that provided ultimate validation of business achievement while demonstrating industry respect and professional acknowledgement that definitively contradicted assumptions about service industry status and career advancement limitations. Reynolds's formal bow represented traditional business courtesy that acknowledged substantial achievement and industry leadership while demonstrating respect for entrepreneurial success and professional accomplishment within hospitality operations. The gesture created powerful visual evidence of recognition that transcended verbal acknowledgement while providing unmistakable validation of business status. The bow's cultural significance reflected Asian business tradition that honored achievement and professional respect through formal gesture recognition. Reynolds's familiarity with diverse cultural practices demonstrated sophistication and international business experience, while providing appropriate acknowledgement of entrepreneurial success and industry leadership. The timing of the bow created maximum impact within the confrontational context by providing external validation at the moment when evidence presentation had challenged fundamental assumptions about professional hierarchy and business achievement. The gesture definitively resolved questions about industry status, while demonstrating peer recognition and professional respect. Guest reactions to the formal recognition gesture revealed the transformation in understanding about hospitality, industry achievement, and entrepreneurial success that had occurred through evidence presentation and external validation. The reactions demonstrated recognition of business accomplishment, while acknowledging errors in initial assessment and assumption accuracy. Blackstone's response to the ultimate validation gesture reflected complete reversal of his confident, dismissive assessment as external recognition provided undeniable evidence of business achievement and professional status that exceeded his corporate advancement and financial success. His reaction demonstrated the psychological impact of public correction and assumption exposure. The bow gesture created educational moment for all wedding guests about professional respect, business achievement recognition, and industry status that transcended traditional corporate hierarchy and conventional success markers. The lesson demonstrated importance of evidence-based assessment rather than assumption-driven evaluation of professional accomplishment and career achievement. The ultimate validation through formal recognition provided satisfying resolution to confrontational dynamics, while establishing educational foundation for understanding diverse business models, entrepreneurial success patterns, and professional achievement possibilities within service-oriented industries and strategic business development.